Imperiums, Rise of Caesar. Expansion of Imperiums, Greek Wars, brings a fresh breeze into the franchise. 2 consecutive maps of Gaul and the British Isles invite you to earn eternal glory as Caesar, or bury the Roman Aquila at the foot of the Alps forever as one of the Celtic leaders. Caesar and his famous opponents, Vercingetorix and Cassivellaunus, face each other on the battlefield as distinct units with unique traits who can steer the game with dramatic effects. The new mechanics, weather, and seasons greatly enhances the tactical dimension of the game, making it a challenge even for the hardcore tactical war gamers. You will have to plan your campaign well to prevent your armies getting stuck in the mud, freezing to death, or weakened by the lack of supplies. Citizens become the most limiting factor, making every soldier important and extremely hard to replace. Caesar pulls the political strings in Rome, and so affects events in the further corners of the Republic, as well as on the Celtic front. Will the Roman eagle fly above Gaul, Germania, and the British Isles, or will it drop from the sky with a Celtic arrow in its heart? Imperiums, Rise of Caesar. Follow the path of a legend.
Hello everyone, welcome to our first preview stream of Rise of Caesar. I hope that the sound is okay. It's actually a bit too loud for me. Not sure how you... I will just mute it a bit. Just a second. Well, let me know if it's better, because it was quite loud for me. It has been a while since I streamed, so you know, we might experience some difficulties on the way, but hopefully only at the beginning. So you should see now the game. You should see me. You should hear the background music, hopefully, and. Once you confirm, I think we can start. So please let me know. Jochen is saying music was a bit too loud. Okay, thank you, Knock Knock. So is it okay now, or should I make it a bit less loud, even more? Maybe a bit more, right? If you hear my voice, is it okay, or is it not understandable enough? I'm sorry about these difficulties once again. It's okay, Joem says on Twitch. Okay, whenever you feel that it's still too loud, let me know. So, it's very low now. Is it? Okay. Okay, I think that now it should be better. Anyway, let me know if it's okay now or it's too loud. So, once again, welcome to our first preview stream. We are going to have probably 2, possibly even 1 more after release. Today, I would like to show you the first scenario of the new DLC, because there are actually 2 different scenarios. One is Gallic Wars, and it's about the time when Caesar was actually trying to gain power. And then there is the consequential one, and it's called Britannia or British Isles. And we will stream this next time. But we will not be able to actually go through this transition, because these 2 scenarios you can actually go from one to another, but because of we have just 2 hours today, we probably won't be able to reach the conditions, so we can move. So I will actually next time I will start the second scenario from scratch, which is also a way how to play. So this is the main art, as you probably know, and let's go into it. So there is British Isles and Gallic Wars. So we will go for Gallic Wars. You are probably already aware of the map. So there are 7 players. There might be up to 10 players during the game, but only 7 of them are at the beginning, which means that you can choose from any of those 7 players. We will of course play as Rome, and I was thinking about the difficulty. If I would probably go for higher, but because we want to proceed somehow during these 2 hours, it's probably better to have to go for the medium difficulty. So I will go for the medium difficulty, and we can start. I hope that we won't experience any issues. We are still kind of dealing with bits and pieces, but it should be pretty much ready to go already. So
The ancient Gaul lying north of the Alps has drawn little attention from the outside world so far. In the south, the Roman Republic stretches along the northern coast of the Mediterranean, from Rome past Massilia to Iberia, but very few Romans have ventured further north. Julius Caesar, however, is set to force the Gallic tribes to bow to the Roman Aquila. The Aquitani, a lesser Gallic tribe, are wedged between the Pyrenees, the sea, and a powerful tribal confederation between the Pictones and Arverni, who rule most of interior Gaul. The Verni leader, Vercingetorix, seems powerful enough to unite the many Gallic people under one rule for the first time in history. The Veneti in the northwest are seamen and tradesmen, taking advantage of their access to the sea and the British Isles in the north. The Belgae are settled west of the Rhenus River, maintaining friendly relations with the rest of the Gallic people. The real danger lies east of the river, where the Germanic Suebi seek an opportunity to expand their territories westward. The slow incursion of Caesar into Gaul unsettles the many clans living there. It has not yet come to an open war, but Caesar's great ambitions leave little chance of a peaceful solution.
So I deliberately let this play so you have a brief overview of the whole map, because we don't actually see the whole map as a Roman Republic. There are some interesting factions you can play as. Of course there is Rome, and there is a number of I need to change my settings here. There is a number of Gallic tribes, but one of the biggest threats is somewhere here, and it's Germanic tribes. They are called Suebi, and they are very often cross the river Rhenus and raid the tribes on the other bank. So this is something what usually way in the game quite a lot. So that's why I wanted you to see the introduction. So I think that we can start straight away. I will explain bits and pieces on the way. It is not easy. If you play the first time, I would even advise to start on easy, even if you are experienced Imperiums player. So I accidentally moved my Caesar from Pisa outside. We want to keep him there. I will explain in the next turn why. So right now we have 4 different legions. They are named as they were during Caesar's reign. So there is, let me go to the overview here. So we have 4 legions. There is Legion 10, Legion 9, Legion 8 and Legion 7. During the game we can have more legions, but it's not as easy as in other mods or scenarios to just build new ones. Again, I will explain a bit later. So I will just make a couple of first turns. What I will do, because I play it a lot, you might do it later, but I already know how to start, let's say, the economic progress. There are Alps, and they are not owned by anyone. You can claim them easily, because there is not going to be any resistance. It doesn't really bring much, but I always do that just because I like the thing to go entirely red. So the units, the legions, they all have the forager for a number of turns, and a couple of them have also the self-sufficient, which allows you to go a bit further to the Alps. On the other hand, they will lose it quite quickly. It's just 6 turns, so don't try to get too far, because they will lose the supply lines. So let me just make a couple of first turns. I hope that the sound is fine. In my headphones it still sounds a bit too loud, the music, but if it's okay for you, I don't mind. So this is pretty much it. I'm not going to make any more actions, so let's just end turn. So yeah, I almost forgot to explain the twist. There is a huge migrating tribe right from the beginning. They are called Helveti, and they are trying to get further west. If we don't get in their way, they usually go right on the border, and there is not going to be any raiding from their side, because they are trying to get to certain area on the map. On the other hand, if you decide to play as Arverni, which is this green player, you will need to face this invasion right at the beginning, and it's quite tense. So if you really want to test your tactical skills, then this is something you will definitely enjoy. And it's not easy. It's not easy even for me. I really need to evaluate every move just to have the losses as low as possible. So, like I said, this is the reason why I wanted to keep Caesar in the capital city. Caesar is a new unit. There are 3 new units of this kind. They are called commanders. And basically, these units have a huge impact on the battlefield, on the battlefront. If there are units around of his faction, and he can even encourage them. So only his presence encourages the units around, but when he actually uses the already existing action called encourage, then the boost is really significant. So that's one way you can use Caesar, and the other is that you keep him or Vercingetorix or Casavellanas in the other scenario. You keep him in the capital, and he will lobby there, and he will every turn bring some influence and potential also a bit of gold. So whenever you are not having any troubles on battlefront, or you are in peace, I advise to go back to capital and stay there. And we will keep him there for at least now for several turns. By the way, it is now the middle of the year 59 BC, and we are not going to make any campaign during this first year, because our country or our setup is not really ready for such a conflict yet. So we have some time to prepare, and that we are going to do. I will try to move quite quickly, I would say, just to progress to the part where we can already start some kind of advance on the battlefronts. One of the things which might surprise you is that the resources and their importance is very different to the previous campaigns. The most important is probably citizens. So you can see that right now, even with 50% birth rate support, our increase is only 0.78 citizens, which is really nothing, even with 50%. So you really need to take care about the balance between recruitment and the citizens number for the economy. That's one thing. The other thing is that every player has a bit different, going through a bit different struggle during considering the resource pool. For example, we will not have any problems with gold, but we will have quite a bit problem with stones, for example, and also a bit struggle with the timber. So, if you guys have any questions, please ask straight away. Not only related to the new DLC, but also in general, whatever you find interesting on, or whatever you don't understand. We also have one emissary from the beginning. The reason is that we want to see the actual invasion. Usually they don't attack, Helveti don't attack this emissary, but don't take it for granted. So you can see that the number of attackers is really high. There are usually just warriors, but also couple of cavalries and a lot of nomads and settlers. Usually they try to get somewhere around here, but if they are stopped, they can also declare kingdom once they have, I would say, big enough area to settle. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. What we should do, yeah, one of the things we should also do is, due to the fact that the time scale is very different. So 1 week is one turn, or the other way, 1 turn is 1 week. You can see that this settler is already building this road, and it will take another 3 turns. It means that making any significant change on the map takes time. Also for building different improvements, it takes time. So it's quite wise to actually use most of the resources at the beginning, or not most of them, but some of them, and build settlers. You can see that even building settlers takes longer, so it takes 8 turns to build. So the strategical thinking here, like thinking ahead, is really important here. Okay, I will turn off these panels because there will be a lot of them during the game, and we can continue to the next turn. The fight here is quite intense usually, especially because of the biggest wave is the first one, but there are still another units coming, so this is not all. That's not the whole army. By the way, I'm drinking beer. If you also have something to drink and enjoy the stream. Also, another point I probably forgot to mention, one of the Gallic tribes, or two players, are in confederation. It's the green player, it's called Arverni, and there is the other player which is called Pictons, and they form a confederation. Interesting thing is that if you play as Arverni, Pictons will send their units to help. It takes some time, but they will eventually come and help you. So it's good to rotate your units on the battlefront when they arrive. So we claim this whole territory, even though it's pretty much useless. One of the things is you can still use any mechanics which are present in the Alexander DLC, which means that we can return to reserves, because there is not much we can do. The only thing we can actually finish in these few turns we have the supply support is to try to take this small town. That's the only thing we can achieve, and it's not 100% that we can make it. If you check out, let me turn on the supply map, you can see that this is totally unsupplied. So emissaries that don't need supplies, so they are okay here. But for example, this unit, it really can stay only for 4 turns, and then it needs to get back. So let me turn off this again. So what I will do, I will try to attack this city or town, and if it doesn't work, I will need to get back. Okay, so that was quite lucky, because it doesn't happen every time. And I will probably need to repair it straight away, because I will keep the Legion there. Due to the fact that the terrain is very foresty and also hilly, at least in this part, and there are a number of rivers, they are very good natural borders. For example, with these guys, with Aquitani, this river is really something like we can count on it. It will hold them for a while, but we still should keep there this legion just to be sure. And we can also improve it with the defense. You can see that it also takes more turns than it does in the other mods or DLCs. Okay, I will probably go a bit back, because I don't like to stay right next to these guys. And we can claim a bit of this wall is in front, in the middle of Alps, but it will not really bring us anything. So, like I said, very important are the citizens, and that's why you should try to build the temples as soon as you can. Right now we don't have enough gold, so what we will do, we already have some of the refineries ready, so what we will do, we will build the goldsmith where we can. We currently have, let me show you, we currently have 2 gold mines, we have 2 coal mines, we have 1 iron mine, and we have 1 stone quarry, and that's something we definitely want to change. So I will build a goldsmith here, and that's pretty much it. We should also trade a lot, so whenever you see that there is someone offering stones, we should take this opportunity. But right now everyone wants stones. It can change, so that's not like something what will be there for the whole game, or we just need to check it out frequently. So the invasion continues. So they are attacking Arvernis town, because it's blocking their way pretty much. It has been a really long time since I streamed last time. I think it's more than 1 year. So I was a bit nervous if it all works out. Yeah, you can see that there are other warriors which just came from that fog of war, and that's the next wave for. That's the units which came later. So as you can see right here, there is already 1 Picton unit. There is another one here. So they are trying to help their ally or their master. I will keep this playing, because it will not last too many turns. The most intense fight is there just for a few turns. Okay, and this is something I wanted to briefly touch as well. So in this scenario we have seasons and we have weather. The weather has impact on the you can see it here on the supply lines. It also has impact on the attack ability of the units and also the movement. In short, when it's too hot, then the attack ability decreases, but it is temporary, which means that next turn, once it's not that hot, it will be back at the initial value. If it's raining, it lowers the or shortens the supply lines and also decreases the movement ability of the units. But it is still okay. The bigger problem is winter, especially when there is a snowfall, which shortens the supply lines and movement, and when there is snow cover as well. If it's combined, which means there is snow cover and snowfall, it's really very difficult to progress. Also, lower temperatures make the units weakens the units. That's pretty much it. I think there was one more thing to say. Okay, I forgot that. It doesn't matter. And you can see that there is this current weather, and this is what should be there the next turn. This is a rough estimation. It's like a forecast, not that precise, but you should somehow evaluate how risky it is to make any movements next turn. You can also see that there is wind. So if you see a cloud, let's say there is no rain here, no snowfall. So, but when let's say there is a snowfall here, and you can see this arrow, it will move this way. It's usually around 4 to 8 tiles. So it depends, or if it's storm or just snow. That's pretty much it. I will also explain these 3 new buttons, but I will explain it once it makes sense, not now. So I still can make a bit of advancement here, and then I have to go back. Here, okay, tile supplied 100%, it's good, so we will stay here. And we can also stay here with the emissary. We will actually move the emissary very soon to the capital of another Gallic tribe. Philip Menzies is saying, I love the addition of weather, can't wait to see how it impacts my playthrough. Yeah, a lot. Believe me, a lot. I'm pretty sure we will see it even during these 2 hours, even though we might not advance that far, but I'm pretty sure it will change the way of thinking about the attacks quite a lot. So, can we do anything? No, we need stones, so I will try again. Okay, you can see that Arverni has stones, which we will definitely take advantage of, and we have a lot of food, which is great. So we will offer them something they won't reject, because we don't want to waste another turn. One thing is important to know: all these legions, like I said, they have the forager. It means that they sooner or later the food consumption and then the soldiers' pay will increase. Right now you can see that there is no legendaries soldiers' pay, but there will be. The values of the soldiers' pay and food consumption differ to previous scenarios. They are not as high as they were before, but you will find out in the resource panel. So I think that we can progress to the next turn. Sometimes the Helvetii also penetrate Roman territory, but usually it's not too much too deep. It's just the border tiles. So there are pictons already, so they came to help the master. Yeah, Knock Knock is one of the internal testers actually. He's saying that the weather wrecked his plans more than once. The Helveti, like it was already before, they, like I said, can build they declare the kingdom and then they become the regular player. That's the thing I was talking about at the beginning. So there is now 7 players there, but there can be up to 10 players at one time. So you can see that they are happy with this trade. That's what I was shooting for. They just wanted to reduce it to 8 turn instead of 15, but it's still great. So we have very high temperature forecasted. It's 31. We were trying to explain all the new features with these warnings, and there is a shortcut with help. You either press F1 now or this button, and it will go directly to the library where it's in detail explain everything. So hopefully it will make the onboarding process easier for you. Okay, so we need to get back. We have 2 turns. We could possibly, just for a moment, take this gold mine. So I will do it. We will take some gold, I guess. Yeah, 3.3 gold. But we already need to go back. And this emissary, we will go around and go to ideally to Alesia. The problem is that you might get hurt on the way. So I usually wait a bit and go first to Aquitani, which is the tribe close to the Pyrenees Mountains. Okay, this is the blacksmith, so I will build the advanced road. Another probably interesting fact is that advanced road or surface road, paved road, more precisely, are available only to Roman faction and possibly to Pompey's Rome faction, which is like a faction which might, I would say, if you make bad decisions, then this faction might pop up in the game, and they can also build advanced road. But none of the Gallic tribes can actually build advanced road, which is a big advantage on your side. Let me check the trade again. Okay, we cannot do anything more, so I guess we will end the turn. Yeah, Knock Knock is saying winter hurts. Yeah, not only in game. I'm really happy that we are already you know, it's in February now. I'm really looking forward to spring. So you can see that they are quite successful, let's see. No, I thought that they will be able to get this Bibracante, but they were not able to. Thanks to this scenario and the fact that it is way more tactical than it was before, there was a number of improvements done in the AI tactical. On the AI tactical level. I'm pretty sure that you will also notice that during the game. There are 3 commanders. Caesar is available from the beginning. Cassivellaunus is that's in the Britannia scenario. He's also there from the beginning, and then there is Vercingetorix, and he's not here at the beginning, but if certain conditions are met, he will appear during the game, and he usually get the Gallic tribes together. So again, at high temperatures, keep this in mind. And Caesar got us another 7 influence. This is the impact of these high temperatures. So because of we are too far from the cities, our cities, then one attack ability of one unit was decreased. Let me show you what is the impact. So you can see that the attack strength of the legendaries is 7, but the attack ability was decreased to 6. This is the actual impact. It's not much, but you should take this into consideration. The actual values of some of the types were changed, so you can see that these values are different, and also some improvements were adjusted. Vivian Gemma is saying, in short, the AI may avoid to attack into minus percentage versus plus percentage strength. For example, a spare unit attacking into a hill, or will it still be available? You wait too long. Well, this is quite a this is pretty broad topic, because there is in this particular question there is important if we are talking about a very particular moment, or like a generic behavior, because the AI is implemented the way that it provides challenge to the player, which means he's not dumb, he knows that he shouldn't attack to hill or something, but if there is a stalemate, then he will eventually bring more units and attack. So it really depends. The AI is aware of not really best conditions for attacking the hill, but if you wait quite a long, then they might eventually attack. It depends on number of waits. Okay, so let's back to game. So we have the last turn, so we need to get back to the supplied tiles. I think that, yeah, here it's fine. And we will go and visit our neighbors with Sarius Emissary. We still... Vivian Gemma is saying reinforcements is already good before they attack without enough support. Support. Yeah. Well, it really depends on the particular situation. I cannot say like it will happen or it won't happen, because there is a number of things which is in the weighted algorithm. We should build a temple, and we should do it as soon as we can. I think that we just do it the next turn. We cannot do it now, but we will do it next turn. Okay, so they actually took Bibrakte. They took it, and they are trying to take Vesontio. Oh, they actually killed one of the generals over there. Okay, in this case, so far it looks they are quite successful. These guys are going to repair, and here are Pictones saving the day. Knock Knock is saying, I had the AI surprise me once and attack through the mountains in the north. They took my gold mine and damaged the town. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Pablo Serra saying winter, that sounds awesome. Yeah, we will get there soon. This whole Helveti event, it considerably weakens Arverni, and that's why if they don't perform well in this event, it could have quite serious consequences. It's quite different every game, so let's see how it turns out here. Okay, so this is again the weather. Rainy forecast is weather is forecast. This is a bit more serious than just the temperature. And because we are still not close to the city, our ability is still 6 and not 7. So we will get back here, and we will next turn go to reserves. We don't have enough. It must be okay. We need to wait one turn. One thing I would do, I should also build. There is already trading. Okay, so we can build a temple, which is great. Let's build a temple. I don't think that there is a way how to connect all of these. No, we will build it here. 5 cities. One of the things you probably will do as much as you can is this particular state decision, because what it does is that it turns slaves into citizens, and it also increases the happiness. It happens when the percentage of slaves in comparison to citizens is too high. So now it's not that high, but once it's cross certain threshold, we will be able to run that state decision. Knock Knock is saying roads take really long time to build. Plan ahead, you really need them for supply. Yeah, for sure. Vivian is saying the mountains are really good for walls due to limited access. If we don't plan to expand there, we could seal it off. Sounds like a good place to let someone die to weather falling to get into. To be honest, this mountain range is so big, and it's also hilly as well, then no one will penetrate from this side. No, actually the independent tribes might, because they don't have supply lines. But if there is a player here, they won't be able to get any further than somewhere here, because of supply lines. Once you build the road there, like here, this is actually the pass through which Hannibal penetrated Italy. So yeah, there is a way, but you really need to be careful regarding the supply lines. Okay, so we will next turn be in the capital of Aquitani. Here I'm not sure if we will be able. No, I don't want any of those. So I will just keep them here. And this unit needs to heal. I will take it inside the city. What we can do, we can also take this one particular tile, even though it doesn't really help us in any way. And I will check again the stones. No. Okay. Fair enough. Let's end the turn. Knock Knock is saying wall maintenance costs have been lowered. Yeah, so it's more viable storage. Definitely, there is a number of tweaks of the costs, and also the build cost as well as maintenance costs. So don't rely on the same strategy you are playing in the other mods. Consider all options. Check out the cost. Check out the number of turns you need to build, to wait, and etc. Knock Knock is saying I had the AI actually build roads there. And Vivian says I take that as a challenge to invade Rome from the north. Got it? Yeah, you can. I mean, that's definitely a nice challenge to try. So we have rain here. This is the first time. So you can see this is how the rain looks like. I think that's the only rain on the map right now, isn't it? Yeah. So there are actually these are like 2 clouds or something, maybe 3. If in case you find it a bit unclear, I mean the terrain or units, you can always use this button. It temporarily turn off all the terrain modifications related to weather, like snowing, raining, and snow on the ground. So you will see the map clearly. this will automatically turn on the next turn. So it will always show you the weather, but you can then turn it off. The other two buttons, you can turn off the warnings at the beginning of the turn. This turns off the warnings of the temperature impact, and this turns off the warnings related to snowstorms and rain. By the way, we have also connected the mechanic of the floods with weather. So basically floods are happening only when there is rain or storm, or when the snow is melting. So it's now connected and it's not really random per se. So this unit now is in full strength. We can train it in defense. It will take several turns. Now what do we need more? We have less iron than gold. Okay, let's first connect this iron mine. And here we have the stone quarry connected with the paved road. The problem here, you might think that why don't we build a blacksmith here? The problem, there are just two resources which can be connected right now. Once you get the other resources, then it definitely makes sense. But right now, it will take coal, it will take iron, and iron is also scarce. So I prefer to not connect and build a big blacksmith too early. But you can choose your own approach. Okay, so we visited Imperium, and thanks to Caesar lobbying in the capital, you can see that in the reduction panel there is Caesar lobbying in the capital, and the income from cities is really low. So this is something to consider every turn, and even more with connection to politics in Rome. I will talk about politics in Rome once there is the first event. So what I will do, I will insinuate. Here we need to stay where we are. Again, we might take this tile, but not now. We don't want to get into any troubles. The settler will go there next turn. These guys will stay where they are. The temple is there. We need to wait one more turn to build another temple, and I will check. No, there's nothing here, and no one even wants food, so we will keep it like it is. So it is 35 degrees and raining. Next turn should still rain, but 29. Let's see how this will actually change. Let's see if it's rain or not, and what is the temperature. Knock Knock is saying, also, you have plenty of food. I noticed if you offer 4 food for 1 stone, most will accept even if they don't offer stone in the trade window. Possibly, but they need to have the food in their free required resources. I'm a bit not sure. I'm not sure if even if they don't need it, they would take such a trade. Vivian is saying the thing they offer is the stuff they typically accept one to one, and requests they rarely trade away. The rest works if you pay enough. It's not implemented that way, so it's a weighted algorithm, but maybe you're right. I also probably do it naturally, like one to one. And Knock Knock is saying stone and iron are the main problems beside population. Yeah, absolutely true. And Vivian is saying I would have expected the reduced unit numbers make iron less of a problem and free more up for the blacksmith. The problem with this is that it's needed also for the birth rate, and as far as I know, the legions, they need it just for repairs and stuff like that. The iron is not such a big problem, but it's also scarce, more than gold. So now we can claim this one tile. There is There is one interesting thing. Let me just make the turns. So we will connect this gold mine. Be careful when you think like I did right now. Be very careful with such I would say easy actions, easy moves, because the problem might be one tile is okay, but two tiles might already be a problem. Most of these terrain types are either forest or woodlands, and once there is the rain or even worse snowfall or snow on the ground, then you will move very slowly, and one attack, once this unit is attacked and when there is snow, it cannot move, so it will stay on the tile where it is. So you very often need another unit which will basically rotate and let this unit go. So be careful with that. It's really something what you will find out during the game. Okay, we have enough to build another temple, so let's do that. And we will build it somewhere here, because I want to build a couple of at least for example, this is a great spot for town. It has the oversight on the river, and it's on the hill, and I usually build a town there, so I wanted this to be covered as well. So I will build it. Well, it doesn't really matter, because I don't think that there will be another city possible to build. Can we? No, not yet. Fair enough. I will check. No. So you can see that there is the next turn, and there was 29 degrees Celsius, and there was rain. So it's plus you know, circa how it was forecasted. By the way, for US players, there should be Fahrenheit, and of course different scale, because they are not used to Celsius measurement unit. Pablo is asking whether interfering in battles and movimentation, probably movement. Well, the weather itself doesn't have an impact on the battle. It has impact on the movement, supply lines, and when it's too cold, it also damages the unit per se, but not in the battle. So the battle itself, you really can rely on the same rules as they were before. Basically, all the modifiers apply, and weather itself doesn't have. There is no like a special modifier weather. And then it's just the weather impacts you either before the battle or after the battle. So that's something you need to take into consideration. Okay, so we there was not 100% supply line, but 1% is fine. So you can see that there is the rain is moving. Okay, so we get back and stay there. So these are our first settlers. What we will do with the first ones, we will try to connect the other resources as quickly as we can, even though we have really the number of the stones, it's not good. But we will try to progress as soon as we can, or as fast as we can. So let me check out it's peaceful. Okay, our insinuating is working, that's good, but it's still yet peaceful. Let's stay here yet, at least a couple of more turns. So there is the new, old new indicator. This was the invention bar, now it's the politics in Rome bar, so you can see that it's progressing to the end, and in 2 turns there will be an event in the politics in Rome. So Arverni revoked all our treaties, which means we don't really see the fight between Arverni and Helveti. We see whatever we can, but that's not much. So it's raining quite a lot. Let's see who's the owner of these. Okay, it actually seems like Arverni are. Yeah, so there are two Helveti cities. We took one, and it seems like they will be able to somehow fend them off. Let's insinuate again. These guys will stay here, and we will try to be as fast as possible regarding the mines connection. Another rule of the seasons is that once there is a snow cover, you will see it once there is winter. Now it's the first week of August, but once there is snow cover, you cannot build fields because the ground is frozen. So if you know that the food is getting lower, you should build them during the summer as much as you can, because there is nothing you can do about it during winter. So we have disconnected, and we will connect the gold mine, but gold mine is pretty much okay anyway, for now at least, because there is only one legendary which is already having soldiers pay. One legendary is actually in reserves, I think. No? Yeah, this one. So we have 3 legendaries, and we just pay 1 for now. And what we will do, I will check out the strategic overview if there is anything important to build. You can see that this tooltip can tell you a lot. It tells you what are the specializations, what are the available improvements and not available improvements. When it is underlined, it's something what is important. So there is trading, of course. We need to build a lot of trading, but it's pretty much it. There's nothing right now because we don't have all the refineries yet. So we can build trading here, but I think I will keep the stones yet. And we might be able... No, still not. I would like to build... I will increase the birth rate because I want to build another settler and build a couple of cities. Vivian is asking, you updated it to show which city works, which resources node now. Well, I think that it's already there for quite some time, isn't it? I mean, you mean this, right? Like, there is this stone quarry, and there is this line, and it says it's connected to this town. I think it's there for quite some time. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure 100%, but I think that this is there for already a long time. So, here we go. This is the politics in Rome event. It finally happens. Basically, what is shown is what is happening right now in Rome. So right now the event is about land for veterans, and it says that it is customary to give retiring army veterans land to settle on. The great general Pompey requested the Senate to distribute farmland to his veterans when they returned from Syria, but senators, under the influence of Pompey's rival Crassus, stalled the decision. And what we can do with every such event, there is a number of options we can take. Usually it's 3. Some of them have only 2, and some of them have 4. You can read about it. You can read about it here. So we can oppose the bill, siding with Crassus. We can back the bill, and basically go with Pompey, or we will invite Pompey's veteran to Gaul and earn their gratitude. When you hover over each of these these options, then you can see the cost, and in the text you can see the benefits. These benefits basically tell you what might happen, what will happen, but they are not quantified. So there is like new improvements may be revealed, some units may be improved, attack down, and so on. But there is no particular number of units or particular, I would say, specifics what will happen. So not I would say that there is always an option which is cost free. That's this one. So if you don't have any influence, you can always go with one. This is also the less favorable to you. So you can see that morale in some cities might drop, relations with other factions may deteriorate. So and there are other options which are more expensive. Usually it is only influence, and sometimes it's gold and iron, etc. Most of them, but it's quite low amounts. So most of them is influence, and that's the twist. Because if you would go with if you wouldn't have the Caesar lobbying in the capital, then you will definitely not have enough influence for the most expensive option, which means you need to evaluate if you have, I would say, a sufficient amount of influence, or you don't care and you need Caesar on the battlefront. This politics in Rome cannot be postponed. You cannot enter the turn. You can see that ending this turn is not allowed now. We need to address the politics in Rome first. There is no way you could basically say I will decide later. So we will need to decide during this turn, because of we have enough influence for all three options. Then let's go for the most expensive one, because building or recruitment of some map items may be accelerated, which is great, and some of them units might be improved or trained. Some units might be also repaired, but we have all of them repaired anyway. So let's go for back the bill and go with Pompey and his request. So back the bill. Supporting Pompey's request indeed brought valuable military reinforcement. So what we got 10 legions obtained scout improvement, and 1 damaged unit was repaired. Sometimes you can even get a unit. It's not always the same. But in this case, Pompey was not that generous. And you can see that it's now reset, and now it takes another 12 turns to the next event. Let me see what's in the chat. Philip is saying, "Love the tree, very cool." Yeah, thank you. I hope that you guys will enjoy it. It's quite different. So we have the settler here. We want to first connect gold mine. By the way, I'm using the default actions and alternative default actions. Not sure how many players actually use them. You basically don't need to use any shortcuts. You just use the mouse, 2 mouse buttons to switch. You can see that when you press the other mouse button, it goes for the second default action, and by this you can cover most of the things you want to do. So it's still polite only. So let's insinuate again. We don't want to go with Aquitania to the war. Aquitania are actually the most favorable tribe on the map we have. Arverni, they are kind of proud, and they also are not really happy about any land provided to us. Aquitania are quite okay to actually join us in the war between Arverni, but you need to really work on that. Knock Knock is saying my unit got dread once. Yeah, it happens quite often, I would say. So let's do. Let's make another turn. So right now, the 7th Legion, there is nothing to do, and it's almost end of the summer. So what we will actually do, we will go to let them go to reserves. We don't need them right now. And do we have? No, not yet. And Genoa is now 4, size 4, so let's build one settler. And that's it. Let me just check the birth rate. Yeah, it's fine. So good. And also I will check the trade. Yeah, cool. So we will ask Aquitani for free stones. We will offer them. What we will offer them? We will offer them gold, actually. And we will offer them a bit of influence. Let's see how they like it. And we will also do the same here with Pictons. Gold is not such a big problem for Romans, but don't take it for granted for the other factions. That's actually why they require gold. So there is a lot of trading required. Philip is asking, are the tribal factions playable? How challenging are they to play, if so? If you mean tribal factions, the Gallic tribes, they are all playable. So you can play as any of the 7 players on the map. Okay, we reached the objective. By the way, there are also mandatory objectives as they were before. Okay, it's right there. Let me come back to the question right after this. So we will go with. Yeah, we will need to connect the Gallic cities with ours. But we don't have enough settlers for that. I will go for defense. Let's see if we can make it. So, Aquitani accepted that, just for 11 turns, but it's great. And Pictons accepted as well. That's perfect. So when you look at the map, there are 7 factions. You can play as any of those factions. You can play as Suebi, the Germanic tribes. You can play as the Pictons, which are actually under a reign of Arverni, which means that you don't control the foreign policy, but you will still control the economy. But you cannot play as the Helveti. You cannot play as the independent tribe, which is coming from east. So if you meant that you cannot, if you mean all the Gallic tribes then, or Germanic tribes, you can. How challenging are these? Well, it really depends. I mean, Belgae is really challenging. Germanic tribes, Suebi, is really challenging. Playing as Arverni is pretty much okay if you are a good player, but the initial pressure is really big. Veneti are fine, Aquitani are fine, Pictons. It depends on Arverni because they are under their command. You can always declare independence, but it also has its cons. Philip is asking, do they have politics trees like Rome or traditional tax trees? Okay, there is no traditional invention tree in this game because it wouldn't make sense. Just think about it. One week is 1 turn, so you would not be able to invent in ancient Rome anything in 1 week. So there is no invention tree. They basically see the politics in Rome tree, but they have no say in what's going to happen. So the events impact them as well. So whatever I did with the back the bill, it also had impact on them, but they cannot choose what will happen. It means that for Romans the influence resource is much more important because it's needed for choosing the right option, and that's why they are also using the influence more than Rome for influencing. Philip is saying, nice, the 7 factions, nice, would love to play Gaul and try to hold out. Yeah, sure. Especially as Arverni, it's interesting start, a nice challenge. And Philip is saying Suebi might be a long-term goal, and yeah, it's very interesting play. Okay, thanks for such clear answers to my questions. I appreciate it. Yeah, you are welcome. That's why we do this. All right, I think that we finished all the necessary moves. Let me see how it looks like. Okay, so it really seems like that the most of the ways were destroyed. It's actually what happened during this 59 BC. The Helvetii invasion was huge. It was like 300,000 people, but they were mostly destroyed. Like 2/3 of these were killed. So usually it happens here, but it's not always the case. Anyway, what I will do, I will probably can I have another emissary? Not yet. Okay, because I could already send him to Alicia. Let me check the. Yeah, this doesn't look good. With Arverni, it doesn't look good at all. We might actually send them there. I'm just worried that it might be too late already anyway. This sounds good. I will go to through Pictons. I will go to Arverni. So his affinity is low, which means that there shouldn't be any problem going away. So this is the settler, which was the recruitment was hurried up, which is great. What we will do, we will connect this coal mine, and here it looks fine. So we will also train the defense. There is one part of the Roman Republic territory which is quite, I would say, you know, apart the rest, and it's this. It's very peaceful part, as long as there are no raiding tribes coming from this part. We might experience that. Let's see, but yeah, it's kind of, you know, the edge of the map where nothing usually happens. So we have 12 stones. So I think I will. I think we have all the things, at least now. Let me see once again if there is anything what would make sense to build. Lumber mill, yeah, we can now build lumber mills. And we should probably do that. At least in a couple of cities. There is smelter. Okay, so the smelter should also be built. So let's build it in here. Smelter. And lumber mill. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's one of the impacts of the politics in Rome. I get that's an impact of the objective. So now we can build smelter and quarry. Okay, so yeah, but this is for blacksmith, and we don't have blacksmith close to stone quarry. So that's end the turn. Knock Knock is saying that it takes like 50 turns to connect. Yeah, that takes a lot of time to actually connect all the cities and all the mines. Dominic is saying awesome up. Yeah, thank you. I'm happy you like it. Knock Knock is saying, well, till you see the wait till you see the second map. The truth is that these two maps are quite different, because the development of the tribes or players on this map is quite different to the development of, for example, the Britons. So they build roads quickly. They have the, you know, the advanced tiers of units like the Falcata and the, how it's called, Axeman, or I'm not sure now. But in Britannia and Britons, they have just warriors, and they need to go through the process to actually build the better units. It's different when you actually go through the transition. When you actually go through the transition, then the initial state of the scenario changes a lot, and even for the Britons. So it's like two different games. If you go through the transition, don't expect that the scenario will be the same as you would just play from the scratch the scenario. So you might think that it's like 3 scenarios in a way. So there is Gallic tribes, there is British Isles, and then there is the British Isles with the transition. So we go deeper into the Gallic territory. and I think that we might build few trading centers, because I think, yeah, this is 7 turns, and the other one, yeah, this one is actually, this one is also in reserves. Okay, so it looks fine. We can also ask Arverni Knock Knock is saying that the transfer of from map to map is really cool. Hopefully it will be balanced enough. It was a quite difficult task to make it worth the transition, and on the other hand to actually have it balanced. So let's see. Vivian is saying, can we remove buildings by now? The City Build X event did tend to build gold and stone upgrades even when I didn't want them. And really, I often want resources worked by specific cities. Why would you want that? I mean, why would you want to have a resource to be bound to specific city? Because it automatically rebounds if you, for example, lose that city where it is connected now, and there is no penalty, whatever you do, when it's bound to one city rather than the other. It always chooses the best possible city to bind, so you get the most out of it. So I'm not sure why there is no way to remove buildings or the improvements, but there is also no reason for that. Yeah, Nokrok is actually asking what would that be the benefit of that. So I would be, I'm curious what's behind that. So the trade was signed. Yeah, it was quite generous offer actually, but I don't really care about gold now. And I want that stones as fast as I can. And it's now September, so still high temperatures, a lot of rain. We have this now covered, and we want to cover the path to coal mine. And with this guy, I will probably go and build the city here. Yeah. You can see that even though we are not building too many cities for which the wood is required, we have really low surplus of the wood. So sometimes you might get a problem with that, but it's doable. So we go to the capital of Arverni. We might also use the emissary to explore the rest of the map, just to be able to trade with Veneri and Belgae. Okay, I think that we can build a couple of the trading. Yeah, let's build the trading at least here in the capital, because that's a huge boost. Yeah, so this is it. So there was a rain or storm. I'm not sure what was there the last turn, and then there is the consequential flood on the river. The flood itself is the event from the preview, which were already implemented in the previous DLCs. So you should be familiar with this concept. I wanted to do something here. Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, there was a shift of these clouds, but it's too late. It was pretty clear when I noticed that, but now it doesn't really matter. By the way, of course, on mountains there is no rain; there is only snow. So sometimes you can see that in the valley there is rain, and on the mountains there is snow. So we have this connected by dirt road, but we want to connect it with the paved road. We go to Alicia next turn, and that's it. Middle of September, and we will build another trading. Knock Knock is saying improvements have no maintenance cost, so redundancy would be good in case of losing city. Yeah, that's what I mean. There is no drawback or any reason basically to not have an improvement in a city. Dominic is saying the weather looks great, very atmospheric. Yeah, glad to hear that. I actually like the sound of the rain. It does sound like you are right in the middle of the rain. So we have some kind of intruder here. So you can see that even though yeah, there was this flood, it's getting back to the bank. Even though we have the Caesar lobbying in the capital, then the amount of influence is not extremely high. That's because we use most of this for the politics in Rome, and the rest we were using for the insinuating. So, for example, we wouldn't have enough even for influencing the nearby cities. It can get better once you build philosophical schools, of course. But right now we are happy that we have enough for the politics in Rome. So this was finished. If we still have this gold mine, wow! Well, that's why we have a lot of gold. I'm surprised that they didn't take it yet. Okay, so we will keep the unit here, and here we will build a town. We should be welcomed in Alicia. Let me see what is the current status. Yeah, it's not good. So let's insinuate and see. 3% is not much. So we should have the gold mine also connected, which is great. What I will probably do, I might build couple of farms before the winters will come. And we can also improve the blacksmith, so we will go for foundry. Knock Knock is saying, I love the music, it's so relaxing. Yeah, we are not in war. Once we get into war, the music will change. By the way, it's kind of a hint. Sometimes you can notice that that a faction can does accumulate units on the border, or not exactly on the border, but close to the border. This might be indicator that they are preparing for war. It doesn't have. It's not a rule. They sometimes, I would say, change their plans. But if you see that, be careful. Well, it's the same like in real life, right? I don't think that it's such a surprise. Okay. So we will insinuate, but I think that it's really not going anywhere. Arverni might, and we need to prepare for that, might declare war on us. I will probably build stockade here. Oh no, I want it to stay inside. And I will also build at least few more tradings. And check the... Yeah, it's all good. The beginning of this playing as Rome is pretty peaceful. I know that we are just building economical improvements and stuff. It's now 18 turns, but it will change. It's kind of a slow slow introduction to the scenario, and you can be, I would say, you don't have to worry that something will happen right at the beginning, but it will. So regarding the improvements, under the condition that the game always picks the most profitable connection, including infrastructure to the mine, even then each building increases cost for others. Thus it is well, it's not that's not true. It counts only those you build and which were not built automatically. So it's true, you are absolutely right that for example, if I would improve this legion, and I would basically give it a training, then the next improvement will be more expensive. But if the training is provided without your consent, and it doesn't matter if it's a movable unit or it's city or blacksmith, then it doesn't increase the next one. It basically it's ignored. It's like it was already there, kind of. So no. So it doesn't work like that. Okay, just checking. Unsaref is asking if this is live. Yeah, this is live. Hello and welcome. Okay. So I think that we should build one more temple. Yeah, let's do that. You can see now we have 140. So if you think about it, we have like 19 turns. And let's see what is the population increase. It's nothing. Like 19 turns, it would be really different already. We haven't built. Well, we built few settlers, but we haven't built many units, and it's almost the same. And the same for the other factions. They are building even more. You can see that, for example, this green one, which is Belgae, it's going down, and it's no surprise because the Germanic tribes probably push. You can see the border here and damaged unit here. Okay, so let's build a temple. Oh yeah, I actually wanted to. Let's build it here because I want to build another city somewhere there. No, not stable. No. Temple. Yeah, let's build it here. We have it on 100%, which is good. I'm almost out of beer. It usually means that we stream for 2 hours, but let me see. Yeah, it's 1.5 hours. Okay. Well, we will definitely get at least to the winter, so you will see the winter and the consequence. I'm just wondering, or maybe curious, if Arverni or another Gallic tribe will eventually declare war on us, because they don't really like us. So now it's raining basically everywhere because it storms. And storms also increase the odds for floods. So what we will do here, we will build the town there. Where is the Blue Cross? 1%, yeah. It doesn't go anywhere. We will connect it with the paved road. We will stay as we are. So we are pretty much covered regarding the temples, which is really important for the citizens' resource. We are fine with gold because we still have this one. I'm really surprised. It seems like, yeah, they have a couple of settlers. We can actually see. How come that we actually see the... It's because of this guy. Ah, he has scout. Okay, okay, so we see quite a lot. And we also have some visibility from here. Yeah, and tile visibility from this guy as well. So that's why we actually see the fog of war. What's behind the fog of war? So let's turn this off. Let's turn player colors on, and we can also turn this off. So you can see that. No, we want to turn this off. So Helveti really has only these 2 cities and 1 road. The rest is still in hold of Arverni, so they actually really did a great job, because this is one of the best possible outcomes in 20 turns they could achieve, which is not good for us, because the stronger the Arverni are, the more dangerous they are for us. Scout update was from the event bonus? No, I think that scout update of that emissary was actually there from the beginning. Dominic is saying next weekend is going to be bad. Too little sleep with Caesar. Jochen is saying, along the way I just read the supplement manual. Do you offer also a printer friendly version of it, as you had done a lot of time ago with the yeah. I'm not sure. It would make sense. I agree. We did that before. I'm just wondering if it's somewhere publicly available. I will check it out. Yeah, a version I just cannot discover on your website. Yeah, I will check it out. If you are on Discord, I will put there the message that if there is available one, and if there isn't, I will just export it as the printer-friendly version. Vivian is asking what defines printer-friendly. Well, it means that there is no background, and basically it's optimized for the printer. Ah, Vivian is saying that the scout was from the event of the Legion. Yeah, I have a okay. Yeah, let's move on because I want you guys to see the winter impact. So it's October 3rd week, alright. So what I will do, I will build a couple of more fields before the rain comes. Sorry, winter. I'm honestly not sure if this makes sense. We are maybe just wasting influence, and I'm a bit worried that they will actually kill this emissary. But we are trading with them. We are in, you know, we have emissary there. What else we can do? What I might actually think of is that we will build. Here we will build stock. Ah, we cannot build stockade because we don't have enough iron. So we need more iron. Let me check out quickly the iron mines. If we have, yeah, we have just one. Yeah, we cannot do much more. Blacksmith will have the foundry soon, and one more thing to check. No, we cannot build the processor or refinery. This is Jeff. Yeah, I know it's true. Can't see anyone else in chat. Yeah, well, it's because of we are simultaneously streaming also on YouTube. So yeah. So if you want to see the chat, then go to YouTube. Let me quickly send you the link. So this is it. This is the Belgae. They are really struggling against the Suebi Germanic tribes, and on top of that, sometimes Arverni takes advantage of that and they take part of the land. I will skip these just to be able to see more from the winter. So for example, now you could see that there was the rain and it wasn't okay. So this is it. So snow is forecast now. Again, you have some kind of shorter description here. If you want to read the whole story, go either by pressing F1 or by clicking on this icon, and you get the whole mechanic explained. No, this doesn't make sense. I will take this guy rather somewhere else. It's a waste of time. Yeah, so we want to build here this stockade, just in case, and otherwise we want to kill this guy, but the problem is that we don't have any units available. The only available unit is this one, and yeah, I guess we will go there. Yeah, it's 80%. It should be fine. Vivian is saying, in case we get used to weather, etc., what is the highest difficulty? This was playtested successfully, in considering blacksmiths become pointless on the low. The penalty or the lower production of blacksmith was also changed, so it's not really pointless, I would say. I don't remember the exact numbers from top of my head, but I was actually, you know, I usually test it on the heroic level, and then or more precisely, I'm testing it on medium for me, and then decrease the difficulty about two levels. So it means that I was able to play it on heroic levels. I don't test it on the legendary levels usually. Well, the most important factions, at least, that they can survive somehow and you can play. But I would say that with the Rome you should be able to, at least on heroic level, you should be able to somehow get by. Okay, let's move on. Aha, he wanted to escape, but he found out that we are there. Yeah, so these are the Germanic tribes. Even though they have just warriors, you can see, then the amount of the warriors is high, so it's still difficult to fend them off. Okay, here is another politics in Rome event. The death of the Egyptian pharaoh Ptolemy XII has plunged the empire into a civil war between his children, young Ptolemy, and his older sister Cleopatra. Egypt is Rome's biggest supplier of grain, and anything that threatens regular deliveries of wheat is of utmost importance to us. Without the shipment from Egypt, the Roman Republic could easily slip into chaos. So, we have again, like before. Oh, okay, we have actually 4 different options. The problem is that most of the options required a couple of iron, a couple of so we have enough influence, but we don't have iron. Even though we don't need much, we need just few. And the only thing is we can use this, go for the neutrality. So we can actually, the other options are that we support Ptolemy, we support Cleopatra, there is the Rome intervention and neutrality, but that's the worst thing. Let's just close this for now. So there was some kind of revolt on the borders, but it's okay. Ah, it's because of we moved the... Yeah. And because of you see this thing, there was 80% last turn, and now there is 52%. And the reason is that that it was supplied from both sides, and on one side it's snowing, and the snow shortens the supply line. So you can see that now it's 52, and even here we are not fully supplied. So what I will do, I will need to get back. Yeah, this is it. So you need to be careful about the weather, and because of also this is the last turn, for example, on these tiles, when you can build the farms, because next turn this whole area where is the snowfall will have the snow on ground. So I want to build one more field here, because I will build a city there on the hill. And this guy will rather go to Venedig. Venedig, by the way, just in case, are here, and try to insinuate them. The same here. So we have snowfall, and if we want more food, then we should also build couple of fields wherever it is possible yet. So the thing is, we could possibly, yeah, we would need to plunder our iron mine, and we don't have even a unit to do so. So yeah, so we need to go for new neutrality, which is not good. So you can see the moral of some units might change. Action might provoke raids from hostile tribes, and new improvements may be revealed, which is the only positive one. So moral of legion was changed. Raiding tribes have been provoked, and we got some improvements for units. So this is the raiding tribe event. It's a new thing. In the previous DLCs, this wasn't. You were not warned before, but now you are warned. So if there is a tribe coming from the areas out of the map, then you will see this this event with number of turns, and I would say estimation where the tribe will appear. It says it's here, but it might be also here or here somewhere around. And if you, for example, try to cheat, or not cheat, but try to be smarty pants and put a unit here, so it will not appear here, but it will appear somewhere around. So you cannot stop this, basically. Knock Knock is saying legendary is certainly gonna be interesting, yeah. And Vivian, since supply lines can now temporarily collapse, can we get a oversupply information? Don't show us stoppers and show us on it. I know what you mean. I will think about it. I will think about it. Knock Knock is saying, be sure to have some stock on resources for events. Yeah. That's it. That was my mistake. There are not so many events which require actually the iron, and for this one particular, you see that it wasn't that clever. So we are now on the edge of winter. It's end of October, so the snow actually came quite early. But the thing is that now it's snow -2, and because of the next turn should be plus, then there will be no snow on the ground. So in this case, if it will be still in plus numbers, then there will be no snow on the ground yet. So far it's quite peaceful, but it will change. Okay, I can see that we are already in war. They declared war on us. I can see it on the labels of the cities. They are already in red. So, yeah. So we are actually in war right now. Ah, they are building forts. Yeah. So Venedig declared war on us. Okay. And because of they were in the treaty with Arverni had to join. And the tribe is coming. Okay. So there is a new objective unlocked because of we are in war. So first thing is that we need to get out with this guy. Where is our... we don't have that emissary anymore. Let me see. He's still here. So we will go to our friends, Belgae. Belgae are quite, I would say, a side of the other Gallic tribes. Often, Veneti and Aquitani get together against this union, and it's interesting. That's the best time you can actually wade in and get some area or some parts of the Arverni Confederation. And Belgae are a bit aside because they are struggling with the Suebi. So now we can at least... No, we cannot even attack now. No, we can. Okay. So let's destroy this general. Okay. So General Attalus is gone. So next turn it's around 0. So what we can do, we cannot progress too far because winter is coming. But what we will do, we will recall to active service these 2 units, and the music will change soon. Here we will build stockade. And we will move to borders just to see what's going on. We can also ask Aquitani if they want to join us. And we can also... This war is not beneficial for us in any way. We would rather have the Belgae with on our side against Arverni, but let's see. The weather reminds me of the Battle Isle 2. I really like these new mechanics. Knock knock is saying it's fun to see Pavel play. We both play so very differently. Yeah, that's why you are our internal tester, because I need to take into consideration very different play styles. Okay, we are streaming almost 2 hours now, so let's see at least the snow on the ground. So yeah, so you can see that it's already happening. The peaceful beginning has changed very suddenly or very quickly. And the music has changed as well. So I will skip these. I don't like to do this, but Aquitani does not want to cancel peace with Arverni. Okay, they have some treaties with them. Fair enough. Let me just see what are their... Yeah, they have a few treaties. Attitude is not good, but they don't want to... They don't want to get into war. I forgot this tribe. Okay, so there is not much we can do about it, actually. So there are low temperatures. and snowfall. Okay, there is some influencing. So we cannot do much about these guys. We should have built at least one cavalry. Okay. Well, I don't think that it makes sense to actually do something. If they will take this city, then we will need to do something about it later. On the other hand, it's going to be snowing next turn. No, let's get back. Doesn't make sense. At least not this turn. The winter is coming and I don't see any benefit of going to areas which might be out of supplies. We might try to sign peace with Suebi. So next turn there will be probably snowfall. I also want to build... we still don't have the iron. Okay, we need to trade with our only possible business partner. He wants coal, fair enough. He wants gold, fair enough. We are not going to offer influence. Knock Knock is saying Pavel is very aggressive. Aggressive? Also fun to watch. I'm Turtle High Tech Plug. Very slow. You think from my play style that I'm aggressive? I would actually say that I'm quite, I would say, cautious. Knock Knock is saying first half of my game is usually just building stuff and trying improvements. Yeah, that's true. You are really perfectionist in this way. Vivian is saying I tend to focus on economy and neutral land grab and then tend to rush those not on my mission tree to befriend, right? I focus on basic improvements, defense and offense, that's enough. One of the best things or improvements per my opinion is the Pathfinder, but we don't have it yet, and that's why I tend to have or train only two trainings, because the third I want to train the legendaries for the Pathfinder. Knock Knock is saying I'm the reason improvement costs increase with each one more. I was stacking like 20 of them on each unit. And Vivian, they get enough in warfare due to rotation and healing. I keep them alive. I only need to have the few improvements to survive, yeah. Okay, so this was signed. We will get some iron. Suebi don't want peace, and there is the raiding tribe. So we don't actually see them because there is fog of war, but they already took one tile. There will be -10. So this is basically it. Snowfall is also forecasted, and I think there was some kind of influence. This is mandatory objective. Okay, so now we are pretty sure that all these tiles, well, it looks like almost like the snow is everywhere. There is nothing here. So next turn it will be probably our last turn. So we have this guy. We first want to build a couple of improvements there. Here we will kill this general who was too confident that we don't have a unit there. Here we will build the town. We can build a town. That's not a problem. We already have a Pathfinder. For this, it's great to have gold, and we have gold, so we can prepare our units quite well. They changed the capital to Portus Sitius. This is actually already this is Britannia coast. We will insinuate. Well, we can. Will we attack? Yeah, we will. It's close to. Close to the city. It's draw. So let's see what will happen here. You can already see that I made a couple of mistakes myself, even in these 26 turns. Like the iron, I should have kept some reserves, and also the here I should have built at least a stockade. But you know. So that's it. Let's end the turn and see the snow on the ground. Yeah. So this is the raiding tribe. It doesn't look good. Wow, we survived, but there is a revolt there anyway, so it doesn't look good. Good old Calais, yeah? Good old Calais. So Arverni are attacking the Helveti town. It seems like Helveti will not survive in this particular game, because 2 cities are not enough to declare independence or declare kingdom, to be more precise. By the way, one probably important mechanic information. Yeah, so we still have the town, but there is a revolt, so it might be even better if they take it. Yeah, another snowfall. Yeah, we can try to mitigate the revolt. So this is the snow on the ground. Basically, wherever was snowing, there is the snow on the ground. There was no snowfall here, so this is still not covered by snow. Like I said, in case of I would say you would like to see more clearly the terrain, you can always click on this, and it will get back the whole visual, so you will see clearly the terrain types, etc. You can again turn it on if you want. So now all the supply lines have shortened considerably. So if I will turn on this, you can see that these parts, even they are close to. We have a new town here, which was not there, but even with this town very close, you can see that there are already some unsupplied or not fully supplied parts. And in case of the border towns, you can see that even this is already in danger of supply. So you need to take this into consideration, and always kind of evaluate the risk of the next turn weather. So I think that we will end it here. It's actually 2 hours. It's 30 minutes to midnight here. The next turn, the next stream, I will let you know when it will be. I think that it will be on Tuesday, but I will let you know on Steam or Discord. We will actually play the other scenario without the transition. If you would like to see the transition, then we would need to get to this part. That's one of the conditions. We would need to build a couple of better vessel units, and also have enough food. We have enough food, so the conditions would be just have a base here and have a couple of better units, ship units. So it would also require building shipyard, etc. So this is something not achievable for us anytime soon. I would say that this scenario, it would take I don't know, 10-12 hours for a regular player to play for Rome, and of course it might be even more for the other Gallic tribes. Philip is saying, love this stream, thank you for all the fun info. Yeah, you are welcome. I'm happy, guys, that you enjoy it. I hope that you will also come for the next stream with the Britannia, which is really different. I mean, these two are very different scenarios. Both are basically the same side regarding the grid size, but there is more land on this one. So this is a bit longer scenario than the Britannia one. But the Britannia is interesting because of of course there are islands, and the islands is not easy to conquer. So this is it, yeah. Thank you two guys, and have a nice evening, and I hope to see you soon in the next stream. Have a nice evening.